You know, living on Earth kinda sucks sometimes. The thing is, where else do we want to live? On Mars? Like, there's dust up there, and storms, and dust storms, and meteors, and, in general, a very hard lack of oxygen, surface water, and general magnetosphere. So, yeah, kind of a bunch of problems. You know what? I should just fix that. Greetings and welcome to Surviving Mars. I actually once tried to make a playthrough of this game, but yeah, a year ago I wasn't really happy with the recording I did, so I didn't go through with it. But I feel like now is a nice time to try it again. But yeah, the goal of the game is that we try to settle people on Mars. Obviously they need to survive there. And yeah, in the end we hope that we can terraform Mars into a more livable planet. And obviously I'm the perfect person for this kind of job. And yeah, with that settled, I think it's time to start this whole endeavor. Okay, first of all, a name for the colony. I'm gonna call it the Tech Utopia Project. I can't spell. And our mission sponsor is gonna be Europe. Yeah, because I live in Europe. Because I live there, they already know me, which is why they selected me. I guess I am a futurist. Would fit me more than anything else on here, I would assume. Sadly, mad scientist is not an option here, but I think futurist is fine. You know, I like this logo. Looks very cool. Yeah, our rivals are gonna be Space Y, the Church of the New Ark, and the Blue Sun Corporation. So, what am I gonna name my first rocket? Yep, that seems perfect. Yep, this looks fine. And now to select a starting colony site. Okay, apparently this looks interesting. I do have to deal with dust devils, dust storms, meteors, and cold waves occasionally. But it has a bunch of stuff. And it is relatively flat. So this should be fine.
Welcome to Mars.
Welcome to Mars. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Yeah, seems manageable. And yeah, we already have a spot that has water on it and concrete. Yeah, on top of this plateau, which seems fine. Also, we already got a milestone, find water on Mars. Yep, that's convenient. Average grade, okay, that's fine. And high grade concrete. So this is already looking excellent. And yeah, hopefully at some point we will terraform Mars into a livable planet. Because obviously if we can't manage our own planet that we're currently living on, then we should just terraform another planet. Because that's so much easier. Oh, are people actually thinking that? So after scanning a few more sectors, it seems like we have a good starting area at hand, especially since we have a few good water sources, and we also have some rare metals that we can harvest for money. So yeah, seems like a good start. So maybe we should just land over here. I'm sure the rocket can just manage to park between all of those rocks. And we have touchdown. Yep, we got a bunch of drones, a bunch of vehicles. Alright, first of all, we should build a depot. So we can store everything around us. Yep, over here should be fine. What do I want to research first? Less fuel sounds nice. Because that makes it easier to, you know, fly back. Increases research provided. That could be even better. I mean, since we're Europe, we are all about research. Wind turbine upgrade could be useful. And yeah, this will also generate more research. Let's also outsource some research. Yeah, let's go with the lower one first. Alright, first of all, we should lay down some cables. Preferably so the rocket is not gonna damage them. So up about here. Yep, this is fine. Okay, we also need some concrete so we can build stuff. Luckily, we do have some concrete over there. So let's just grab it. We are also going to need power. So let's build an accumulator here. And some solar panels should suffice for now.
Anomaly analyzed. Milestone achieved.
And with the research we just did, we already got another milestone. So yeah, 2 of the milestones already belong to us, which means more research for us, which means it puts us ahead of the competition. Since we do have competition over here with these 3. But I guess as long as I'm in the lead, they can exist. The thing is, because we are up here, with the elevation we also get a boost.
Complete.
Thank you. For wind turbines. So let's just build this large one. And you have all the power on here. Because it's always a good idea to have all your eggs in one basket. Also should get started on water production. Okay, preferably away from the rocket. Because I heard when the rocket takes off, it creates a lot of dust. And that's kind of annoying for, you know, things that filter water from the atmosphere. And have the water tower directly next to it. And the fuel refinery can also go next to it. Yeah, please hurry up, my cute little robots. I need that stuff. Just look at them. Aren't they cute? Okay, also please go and gather stuff for me. Oh, you're still working here. Okay, I see. Proceed. The question is, where do I want to build the first dome? I feel like I want to focus first on the area up here and then later expand to, you know, the lower areas. Could be kind of nice to have like the first city with like the central stuff up here and then the lower city down here. Okay, so far everything that's happening gets controlled from this rocket from Lumalia. Thing is though, this is not enough. This is not enough space for me. We need to expand, which also means we need more supplies. So let's send another rocket. No, we can just call this one Ball. Okay, let's pack in some drone hubs. Later on we can build more of them. But I think to have 3 is a good number for now. Yeah, that's a bunch of stuff. I think this should keep me supplied for now. So let's just launch it. Alright. There's our concrete extractor. It still needs power, but I'm working on that. Okay, and we got another anomaly. Let's grab that real quick. And my attention is required. The mission HQ on Earth has declared the effectiveness of our resource extraction as main priority. The extractor amplification project has received a massive funding increase and a lot of scientific focus has been shifted towards it. The top brass wants you to begin installing the new upgrades as soon as possible. Of course, it's always about resource extraction. You know, greed is good, apparently. But I want scientific grants. Yeah. Because I don't think this will matter that much in the long run. But this could be very helpful. Okay, how is research coming along? Decommission protocol? Yeah, we need that. You do need to research something to delete buildings. Which is an odd choice, but it is a choice. Okay, let's also build a sensor tower. The thing is, since we do have autonomous sensors, because, you know, I'm a futurist, yeah, no longer require power or maintenance. I like that.
Anomaly found.
Okay. Something was found and the screen is flashing red.
Our initial spectrographic analysis confirmed it. Chromium. To find such a rich deposit of such a rare metal. Important was an understatement.
The geological team couldn't wait to get their hands on the samples, but this was going to prevent the engineering team from smelting the materials for their ceaseless operations. The expert at Mission Control argued for hours, but the course of action was clear. Okay. Deep rare metals deposit. Or maybe we should just study it. Yeah, I'm more of a scientist, so let's just study it. Reduces the cost of engineering tax? Yeah, sure. We haven't done much engineering yet, so this might come in handy. Yeah, it's the third sol. Martian days consist of nearly 25 Earth hours. Interesting. Yeah, power is coming online. We are slowly charging. So we should probably build some more solar panels. I guess things are fine for now. Oh, you can see like the little drone carrying the concrete. I guess via anti-grav or something. Or via telekinetic powers, I don't know. Just by sheer force of will, I guess. Okay, so the idea is maybe I'll put the first drone hub over here. Just so it's very central with all the other stuff. And then expand from there. Because this rocket is not gonna stay. I mean, it's gonna stay for a little bit because I need more fuel. But I'm producing. Also, the other rocket is here. Perfect. So let's place that one somewhere where it's not gonna bother us. I guess over here is fine.
Sector scanned.
And there comes Ball, our other rocket. Okay, smooth landing. Perfect. There's our transport. You can just go... You can just go and collect some stuff. Okay, I want the Lumalia ready for takeoff first. Because that's gonna be the rocket that's gonna bring people up here. Hopefully. If things don't go wrong. Well, now that we've got the basics covered, it was time to build some drone hubs and expand the base. And start preparing for the arrival of the first colonists. You know, I'm pretty sure I can make something nice with this place. Where you see a lifeless wasteland, I see lots of potential. And a lifeless wasteland. Let's be honest, there's still much work to be done here. Okay, we do have some very high rare metals here. And they can give a lot of money. So maybe I should just place the first dome somewhere over here. Just so I can access all of that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to build a dome and get both the metal and the rare metals. But I'm not starving for regular metal. So let's focus on those first, because they give money. Sometimes I do need money here. Let's maybe also start producing oxygen, because apparently people need that. Just a rumor, but, you know, you hear things sometimes. Okay, oxygen production is online. Perfect. So we have some of the important stuff that people need. We still need more water though. Can you guys please just remove this metal already? You, make yourself useful. Yeah, let's just place it over here. Also, that's quite a storm. Please don't hit my vehicle over here. Okay, let's connect all of the pipes. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Alright, if I'm gonna build a dome, like I said, I should probably do it over here. I'll place it over here. I mean, I'm probably not gonna use this water anytime soon. And yeah, we need another drone hub, which can go over here-ish. And that should suffice to service this dome. Yeah, let's go with that.
Anomaly analyzed.
Okay, I guess this looks good. I could have just built the pipes through here. Spaceway has nearly completed a milestone. Okay. Research a breakthrough. Oh, I see. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Yeah, I mean, I need to have an option to research a breakthrough, so I can research a breakthrough. Sadly, I don't have that. This place seems kinda cold. But I mean, if there's ice, then that also means there's water. So that could be an interesting place. Yeah, high chance this sector contains water, research, concrete, and metals. So all the good stuff. Oh, and this place does have a research site. And water, obviously. And Lumea is ready to take off again. I think I should just send the rocket off. Yeah, return to Earth.
Milestone
Because
achieved.
with that rocket, we can send people back here once the dome is ready. There it goes. Ah, beautiful. Concentrated explosions just to lift off a heavy metal thing out of the atmosphere of a planet. Such a fun thing. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get research a breakthrough, but I can get construct a dome and first human on Mars. And hopefully all the other stuff as well. I should probably expand the power production. I could just go for polymer blades. Yeah, sure, why not? Upgrade it. If I have that, then I might as well. And up here with all, like, the elevation and the extra wind, it might be worth it. Let's maybe also build some solar panels over here. I mean, solar panels are very easy and cheap to make. In the game, that is. I think they're a bit more complicated in real life. Yeah, I do like to make those like solar panel strips with like power accumulators at the end. It kind of looks nice, I think. It's just my style. And you know, we are trying to like build colonies on Mars. So obviously, style should come first. Where's the transporter? Okay. You grab some concrete and bring it over there. Oh, so that's very smart that you get all the metal from here and don't have that much away. That's perfect. I still don't have any breakthroughs though. Oh, more rocket cargo space would be nice. Yeah, terraforming is something I will tackle a bit later. I don't think I'm at the spot yet where I can like reasonably engage with this. I think gradually the drones will bring resources to all the depots. But you know, if you build something big, then you might need a bunch of that stuff at once. You know, I think we're getting somewhere. I mean, this is already looking like something. I think I could just send this guy over there and boost, like, scanning the area a bit more. I could amplify this thing. I could also just build another, which probably makes more sense at this point. Yeah, at least for a bit. I don't think I'm gonna need it all the time. Okay, so the general plan is to build like the first few domes over here, because lots of open space and stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be the first dome, and over time I'm just, you know, making this more of a like, you know, for mining stuff. So geologists will live here, so they can mine this stuff. Maybe also some engineers so they can produce stuff.
Sector scanned. And
then build other domes. But at first, I'm gonna do like all kinds of stuff in here. Build general purpose first, specialize later. You know, I really like how this thing also acts as a sensor tower. Like, this is very helpful. And no major hiccups yet. I mean, so far, there's also not like anybody's life on the line. That might happen later. Since this is gonna be where people live, I should also build some stuff. Like, you know, water towers and oxygen tanks. In case something happens, they still have like all of that stuff nearby. Yeah, also a power accumulator. What was that? I think a meteorite hits somewhere around here. Oh yeah, there's the meteorite. The fun thing is, it can give sometimes polymers, which is something I very much like to have. Yeah, Church of the New Ark doesn't really like me apparently. Blue Sun Corporation kinda hates me. We do have a few more buildings than them. So I'm gonna assume that I'm doing better. I mean, once I have colonists first, then I will definitely be the one doing better. But let's get there first. Okay, this is average metals. Oh, we can also do some mining over here. It is average though again. Also, I don't think we are starting for concrete anytime soon.
Anomaly found.
Okay, this seems important.
The drill had hit 100 meters before it detected a spike in temperature. The data tells us it was ignited magnesium compounds.
Okay, interesting. We are still waiting for confirmation, but the preliminary results are clear. That's a difficult word. There are signs of chemical burning, indicating a combustible material in contact with the probe. The mechanical friction of the drilling head must have ignited the magnesium. What a great discovery. Yeah, explosive stuff. Scientists on Earth had long planned the creation of jet engines that can burn the carbon dioxide in the Martian atmosphere with the use of magnesium powder. With abundant amounts on site, the research teams could begin preliminary testing, you were also testing me, of a working prototype right away. Yeah, sure. More robotics research. I'm fine with that. So yeah, we have a bonus on engineering and a bonus on robotics. I feel like that's kind of on brand for me. Yep. Grab all the concrete
Sector scanned.
and bring it over here. Yeah, we need about like 30 more. 31, but I think that one concrete will slowly get over there on its own. So we are very close to building this. Yes, my little drones.
Research
Keep working on
complete.
it. Drone swarm, okay. Kind of fitting. But yeah, come on, come on. I need this done soon. I think we have everything we need. Oh! Ball is also done. So yeah. Let's send it home. Yeah. Run, little dronies, run! Yeah, they got a bit dusty in the end. At least those two. But we have another liftoff. Okay, so we have one rocket at home, one rocket on the way home. Perfect. So we could use one for like supplies. Okay, we're finding all kinds of anomalies. Sadly no breakthrough yet. Oh, but look at this. They're building the first dome. A very basic dome, but it's neat nonetheless. Come on, little dronies, work away. Okay, you got tired, so you go home. Okay, you keep on working. I feel like that must be really weird to live like in one of those domes. Okay, almost there, almost there.
Milestone achieved.
And we have our first dome. And yeah, colonists live in residential buildings. So yeah, we need to build like all the stuff the colonists are gonna need. But yeah, this grass definitely looks greener than the one on the other side. Like it's not a fair competition. But yes, with the dome constructed and all the basics set up, I think we are now ready for the first colonists. So next time, we're going to bring the first humans to live on Mars. And by the way, if you guys have any suggestions for like, you know, names for domes, or for rockets, or maybe even the colony itself, you can just, you know, drop some suggestions in the comments. But yeah, let's see if the first people will survive arriving here next time. Until then, bye bye.